Hello, I'm Josh Thomas and this is your Llanelli News. Plaid Cymru is proposing paying off the debt of student doctors as part of a package of measures to overcome the recruitment crisis threatening the future of the Welsh NHS. The policy, which would be in return for a number of guaranteed years' service, is part of a consultation launched this week by the Party of Wales, which aims to tackle the recruitment crisis in the Welsh NHS by attracting 1,000 doctors. A failure to attract doctors to Wales has been cited as the main reason behind the centralisation agenda of the Welsh Government and health boards. It is also estimated that there's a GB time bomb in certain parts of Wales, with many on the verge of retirement and a lack of new recruits ready to replace them. This recruitment drive would help offset the fact that Wales has one of the lowest levels of doctors per head of the population in the EU, with only Romania and Poland worse off. A Gwendraeth Valley community is playing a unique role in helping people understand dementia. Pontyberem has been chosen to pilot a dementia-friendly and supportive community initiative, providing feedback for the development of future services. Carmarthenshire County Council, through its Dementia Action Board, is working with partner to pilot the initiative, which will establish a community profile, including the physical environment, facilities, services and groups. People with dementia and their carers will be asked how they feel about their community, how they engage, what difficulties they face, the impact dementia has on their lives, and what can be done to help. A quiz will also be undertaken to find out how much the community understands about dementia. The launch takes place on January the 30th from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. at Pontyberem Hall, with information and advice from a number of agencies. Council staff have been praised for all their hard work during the stormy weather over the Christmas and New Year period. Street scene crews and property services staff responded to hundreds of calls as torrential rain and high winds battered the county, even working on Christmas Day. Over the 2 weeks period from December the 23rd to January the 3rd, highway crews responded to more than 500 calls to deal with stormwater flooding, tidal flooding and wind damage. More than 2,500 sandbags were distributed to residents and businesses across the country to help keep floodwater out. Property services teams dealt with over 100 emergency jobs as a result of the stormy weather, including damage to homes, schools and council buildings. Many were leaking roofs, including Town Hall and Llanelli Library. Over Christmas and New Year period, they also dealt with well over 100 domestic heating emergencies. Local school children are playing their part in history by naming the first council-built bungalow built since the 1980s. Pupils at Llanelli's Copperwork School and Ysgol Gwenllian and Ysgol y Castell in Kidwelly have been asked to come up with Welsh names for the bungalows which capture the essence of their surroundings. The £1.5 million first phase includes 5 at Llys Newydd, Seaside and 7 at Morfa. The bungalows will provide more suitable accommodation for older people and help relieve the demand for disabled home adoptions. They will also allow smaller households to downsize, freeing up larger accommodation for families. A further £5 million will be spent over the next 3 years to build new homes to meet housing needs. An event is taking place on Friday, January the 31st, where a paranormal investigation with Haunted Wales will visit Station Road's Rolling Mill pub to investigate any ghostly activity. Mighty Media Productions are hosting the investigation, and if you're interested in joining them, then there are limited spaces available for just £10 a head. It will be filmed for llanelli.com. If you're interested in booking a space and purchasing a ticket, simply head into the llanelli.com offices. Dyfed-Powys Police were called to an address in Andrew Street on Wednesday afternoon, where they discovered that a 39-year-old man had died. The cause of death is still unknown and police are treating it as unexplained. The Welsh Ambulance Service was called at 3:04 p.m. to the property, where they sent an emergency vehicle to the scene when the man was pronounced dead. If you have any other further information, please contact police on 101. A 40-year-old man is appearing for an early first hearing at Llanelli Magistrates Court on the 30th of January 2014, after being charged with the theft of a charity box. The theft took place back in December the 3rd of the last year, and the male in question was arrested on the 11th of January. Heritage Lottery have turned down an initial bid for £5 million to secure Park Howard Mansion and grounds for the future. Carmarthenshire Council has expressed its disappointment that the bid was unsuccessful. They are arranging a feedback meeting with HLF to clarify reasoning for the rejection. The bid, submitted in August, was delayed 6 months to allow for more consultation following publicity that in 2013 there was not 100% support for the bid and was jeopardising the future of the park. The challenge is to reduce costs and, more importantly, improve footfall and income via the park to ensure its future sustainability. The Council has to look at sensitive commercialisation to increase income. To achieve this, the way the park operated and what is provided has to change or could possibly close due to the lack of money in the Council to keep it running. Carmarthenshire's trading standards officers are warning residents to be on their guard against distraction burglars and opportunist rogue traders, especially in the aftermath of the recent stormy weather. Trading Standards is now urging residents to be extra vigilant to doorstep callers and sellers who may not be offering legitimate work. People looking for trades to carry out repairs are urged to be very careful when they employ and to be extra vigilant to doorstep sellers. Any bona fide caller will be willing to call back, giving you the opportunity to check that they come from a relevant business. If you are agreeing for them to work in your home, then you should also be given cancellation rights. Trading Standards would encourage any Carmarthenshire residents that many have concerns to call them on 01267 234 567. That's it for this week's local news. Come back next week for more updates. Catch us next week on your Llanelli News.